this year thus far, and we didn't capitalize on that very well. That's my fault. We probably didn't have as prepared on that hard hedge as we should have. But I think that those two are playing at a pretty high level. I mean, you don't win by 26, against a pretty good team very often if your starting guards play 52 minutes and don't score. So obviously those two carried us tonight.
Jalen Wilson, 5 games into the season, just how do you feel he's doing overall?
Well, we saw the ball go in the basket tonight, so that was good. He made a 3, but he's not letting the game come to him. He's trying to force the issue. You guys probably see it too. The ball needs to move. The ball. We're a fun team to watch play when the ball moves, and the ball was sticking tonight. It was disappointing to me, and I think Jalen and Oach and CB, all 3 are guilty of that. But Jalen to me he's trying to pick his spots to go downhill when it's really not his time to pick his spots sometimes. So he's just got to get some rhythm and get some chemistry with the other guys, and he'll be fine. But I did think it was his best games. Well, his first game back was probably his best game, but it's probably the best game he's had in a couple of weeks.
What did you think of how Remy played?
I thought he's okay. How many layups did he have tonight and turn down a layup to give the ball to somebody else? I mean, the start the second half, makes a great steal and throws the ball backwards to a guy that's guarded. He had a layup, but he did the same thing in the first half, threw the ball backwards to CB when he's got an uncontested layup. So, he did fine, but that's not the way you play to win big games. You take the points as people give them to you, and he's got to be better at that. But he's unselfish, and I thought he played okay, but it wasn't what I think he's capable of.
Where do you think that's coming from? Why is he doing like just those easy ones that you could get?
I don't know. When you figure him out, so, I love the kid, but he's unselfish to a fault a lot of times, and sometimes when you're unselfish to a fault, it's really not unselfishness. He's got in his mind, I'm going to show everybody that I can pass it, run a team, and all that stuff. But you still got to take what they give us.
What do you want to see from your guards off the bench, like Joe and Jalen Coleman-Lands?
Anything really. I thought tonight our bench hadn't been good. Just to be real candid with you, Mitch has been really good. Mitch was really good the first half, but other than Mitch, I didn't really see. And KJ was obviously a good performer off the bench for us late. But Joe was not very good, and Jalen was not very good. And thought we make the game harder than what it is. You just pass it to the next guy, and he passes it to the next guy, and then you take advantage of that. But those guys, when you say be aggressive, they think one thing: just shoot the ball, and which is they should look to shoot, but you don't have to hunt. And I feel like sometimes J. Cole hunts a little bit, which is okay as long as you move the ball and guard, but he over dribbles it and Joe over dribbles it. So we just they'll figure it out, but they just haven't quite figured it out yet.
What do you make of the way you guys guarded tonight?
I thought at times really good. I thought the first half we were really good defense. I mean, our offense was poor tonight without question, but it looked like we played good offense because we scored so many points off our defense in the first half. So I thought our defense was pretty good. I thought Dave was good. David tweaked his ankle. That's the only reason why he didn't play much second half. Like you can probably tell he wasn't moving great, but I thought the defense was pretty good. Our ball screen defense was really good early.
Anything to worry about with that ankle?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He played after he did it.
Okay.
So I don't think so. But I didn't see any reason keeping him.
Sure. Have you been tweaking anything with your defense just to get? I know like last week the guys talked about trying to keep the ball in the paint and doing stuff like that.
I don't know about from a scheme standpoint, we haven't done anything different. I thought tonight we trapped more, and a lot of that was kind of out of opportunity because the ball's on flat. There's two guys close, so I thought we did a better job with that. But Zero's really fast, and I thought we did a pretty good job on him tonight off ball screens. But there's really nothing really new.
Is the like this? You're happy with it tonight, and I'm sure a couple of weeks ago you weren't. Is it just a matter of effort, being locked in, or what do you, when it hasn't been right, what do
I
you
think it's a matter of effort as much as a matter of you know, when a screen's yelled out, do you jam him or do you back off and allow the guy to get the body on him? And I don't think that's really a lack of effort when you don't do it right, but when you're turned up defensively and play with energy, it's a lot easier to get through stuff than it is when you're pretty lethargic, and I think we've been pretty lethargic at times.
Was there any concern they look ahead to Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. I think this was, a trap game or whatever, but yeah, and we haven't played great over here, as you guys know, in this particular game, so, I talked to him about that, but I didn't think it was a trap game, but it was a game in which, the guys are, Monday morning, we left to come over here, guys showed up at noon, I guess, to lift, and there was, well over 100 camping groups already, which means over 2,000 students, are already, waiting there since Monday morning to go to the game, and that number will go to 150 or 200, and so, we're telling them how important this game is, but they're thinking about what's getting ready to happen on Saturday, so, I think they handled it okay, but they're excited for Saturday. I'm sure Mizzou is as well.
What's it gonna be like over there?
What's it gonna be like? Well, I would assume it's gonna be pretty good. I would assume that there won't be a lot of empty seats. It's the best game on our schedule. You talk about Kentucky or Baylor or Texas or this one. This is the best game on our schedule, and at least from a fan participation and from a player participation. We haven't played them in 9 years, and back when we did play them, it was the best game on our schedule.
Do you remember coming off the floor that night?
In Lawrence?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't remember everything, but I was thinking, where's Neil Jones? I hope he interviews me. I was thinking that. But it was probably the most emotional home game that I've ever been a part of. There was pressure on us to win that game, but we didn't handle it very well. And so, but then when the lid came off, we played pretty well down the stretch. But that was college basketball at its best. The OU game at home, there was 3 overtimes, but I don't know if there's another game like those two. Those two were the best games.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
Okay,
Coach.
guys.
Thank you.